welcome. I'm Ethan Liu, and here is what happened this week. This year's Taipei Aerospace and Defense Industry Exhibition highlights several of Taiwan's homegrown weapon systems. It is part of the country's efforts to become more self-reliant as tensions with China rise. Ellen Liu takes us inside.
Low cost, mass-produced, and most importantly, developed with Taiwanese chips. This mock-up of a future anti-ship cruise missile was on display at this year's Taipei Aerospace and Defense Industry Exhibition. Its developers, a collab between the US and Taiwan, say it'll be vehicle-mounted for quick deployments and capable of overwhelming and then sinking enemy ships. It's part of Taiwan's plan to develop indigenous weapons leveraging the country's chip industry.
透过台湾在晶片制造的优势，还有我们的工业制造的能力，我们如果能够把它模组化的设计完备，那这样的生产线的复制就可以让整个成本下降下来。
China claims Taiwan as its territory and has not ruled out using force to take control of the country. That's why Taiwan plans to build this missile without Chinese components or supply chains, instead turning to local manufacturers and democratic allies.
那我们就应该要能找到更多的选项，所谓的替代料件，甚至是优于原来规格的替代料件。所以选择更多的 solution， 确保我们供应链的满足。
Taiwan's focus on self-reliance is being applied to other weapons as well, in particular its fleet of unmanned aerial and naval systems. Another example of Taiwan's homegrown systems is this 9-meter-long drone boat. With its powerful engine, low profile, and the ability to deploy attack drones, it is fast, stealthy, and lethal. Aside from the engine, which is imported, 90% of this craft is made locally. But sticking to the non-China supply chain comes with its own challenges.
比如说，我们这条船，我们现在的通信的部分，那因为有些通信的组件，传统在大疆这些无人船、无人机，他们这些元件，他们都是全球的主要供应商。那我们要去避过这个，要去找另外一家厂商来开发，投入的成本就会拉高。
Although self-reliance will come with a steep price tag for Taiwan, it could also create opportunities. Many of Taiwan's international partners also want to break China's monopoly over specialized components.
We are more like secure, reliable, and we won't weaponize our supply chain. So make Taiwan's component irreplaceable is what we can size the opportunity for non-res supply chain.
And while potential business is a value added, Taiwan's defense plans are focused on national security. And with billions of US dollars hardware already on display now in Taipei, Taiwan is clear that it's a price the country is willing to pay. Alex Chen and Ellen Liu for TaiwanPlus.
A major earthquake response drill has been held in Yilan on Taiwan's northeastern coast to mark National Disaster Prevention Day on September 21st. Our reporter Shandy Chi was there.
An earthquake alert went out across Taiwan on Friday at 9:21 a.m. Television stations also aired disaster warnings. But this wasn't a real emergency. It was part of annual drills. The exercise is held each year around the anniversary of the devastating Jiji or 921 earthquake on September 21st, 1999, an event that claimed more than 2,400 lives. Taiwan's President Lai Ching-te also attended this year's event to underscore its importance.
台湾每一年几乎都会碰到数次的台风。台湾呢，每隔一段时间，在不同的地点也都会碰到地震，所以国家特别将9月21日定为国家防灾日。每一年从中央到地方，共同携手合作，民间团体、各个领域的人士一起进行防灾演练。
The drills are actually being held over 3 days. And this time, they simulate a magnitude 8.5 quake in the Ryukyu Trench, east of Taiwan, followed by a tsunami that strikes Yilan in the northeast of the country. The drills covered earthquake and tsunami evacuations, shelter management, as well as first aid and rescue operations. They also showed how technology can be used in disaster response, including AI-powered drones to identify people in need of rescue, and domestically developed drones to carry and drop life buoys. Taiwan's own disaster response teams took part in the drills and were joined by experts from countries like Japan and Poland.
We were invited by Taiwanian side because we are cooperating since I think more than 1 year in some activities in Europe. So we had also visit of Taiwanian side in Poland, and we are emergency medical team who is training for disasters too, and for delivering medical help in disasters.
At the drills, President Lai says such international collaboration is key, as natural disasters are challenges faced by many countries.
当我们有需要的时候，国际社会来帮助我们；当国际社会有需要的时候，我们前往国际去帮助他们。平常的时候，互相学习、互相合作，彼此都可以提升防救灾的技能，这个是非常重要的。
A number of visitors were impressed with Taiwan's preparedness.
I was really impressed, the level of technical expertise and passion that the Taiwanese firefighters and emergency services professionals brought to the exercise. I think with anything, as we've learnt as a global community in disasters, it's that early coordination and communication is so important.
This year, over 200 disaster response experts from 14 different countries attended the drills, with some taking part directly and others observing.
The drills may only be 3 days, but its lessons last year-round. Disasters may strike at any time, and being prepared is the best defense. Patrick Chen and Sunny Chi in Yilan for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's top national research lab, ITRI, hosted Innovation Week, showcasing their tech to Vice President Bi Kim-hsiao and TSMC Chair C.C. Wei. Chris Gorin was there in Hsinchu and brings us this report.
It's a big week at the Industrial Technology Research Institute, or ITRI, with innovation events designed to turn lab inventions into products that keep Taiwan competitive. At their Hsinchu facility, ITRI gave demonstrations of its tech to important guests like Vice President Bi Kim-hsiao, Economy Minister Gong Mingxin, and TSMC Chair and CEO C.C. Wei. Technologies on display included an AI engine that auto-generates stylized images and videos, a modular 3D packaged AI chip that boosts on-device performance while using less power, and a new steel H-beam manufacturing process that reduces carbon emissions. Vice President Hsiao says that Taiwan's innovation comes from the society's resilience.
全球贸易体系也正在改变、重塑的过程当中，我们当然有看到一些风险，但是这当中更看到过去到现在，台湾总是在挑战当中不断地创造奇迹。
The event, which also marks ITRI's 52nd anniversary, saw the group announce 5 new laureates for their contributions in the fields of semiconductors, engineering, and healthcare. Other sessions at this week's research event will focus on startups, smart healthcare, and robotics. Fu Hahong and Chris Gorin in Hsinchu for TaiwanPlus.
Key figures behind a guidebook for using AI in government were in Taipei for the release of its Chinese language version.
It has to be governed by democratic institutions. And the only way that can happen is if the democratic institutions keep up. And the example of countries like the US and Taiwan and other places incorporating these technologies into their systems is absolutely essential for the continued functioning of democracy in a world that's going to change very rapidly in the next few decades.
Marcy Harris was one of several nonprofit group reps speaking at an event in Taiwan's legislature. She co-authored guidelines for AI in parliaments, which highlights the importance of technology in democracy and outlines principles and data management for the use of AI. Both DPP and KMT lawmakers say they're open to embracing the guidelines and that they're already using AI.
在国会里面运用所谓的声音复制的技术，让暂时没有办法发出声音的立法委员跟我们的行政院院长来共同做一个互相的质询跟答询哈。其实可以说是非常骄傲的，因为当初不管是韩院长或者是行政院长卓荣泰卓院长，还有议事人员呢，都非常拥抱 AI 这个创新的科技。
Taiwan last month passed an AI draft bill to lay down principles for AI development and regulation. A new fact-checker report suggests AI images were used to sow misinformation during Taiwan's recent recall election. In a recent episode of Zoom In, Zoom Out, reporter Alec McDonald met key people behind the study, FactLink's founder Summer Chen and director of investigations Mary Ma.
So I want to jump right into this report. Can you talk about what you found during the recall campaigns relating to AI, generative AI, and misleading information?
Yes, in our recent reports, we just focused on a very new phenomenon, AI-generated mini clips. And why we called it's mini clips because before the traditional disinformation is relied on text or YouTube. It's more longer, but the mini clips now it was very short, like just few seconds, and there is no text, no story, but it has a very strong emotion. It's trying to trigger our emotion, and it's spreading fast on reels and the shorts because the algorithm.
So in your report, one of the most important parts to me, one of the most alarming parts, is that you say this type of information warfare or information campaign is more dangerous for democracy than the disinformation that we largely saw over the previous 8 to 10 years. Can you go into why you made that statement?
Because I think people not just focus on is this AI or not. They just don't care about this is AI. They just know this is AI, but they want to like share this video because this video is like propaganda. And they have same like political editing, so they just want to share these videos. And they think this is AI, but they don't care about it.
One of the other findings in this report was that a lot of these clips were made with Chinese AI tools. Can you go into the significance of that finding?
We found those mini clips has watermark, and the watermark turned to very important or strong clues for us to trace how do the actors produce those kind of mini clips. And we found most of those mini clips was produced by Chinese AI tools. And finally, they use another editing tools to editing them and spread them on social media. So we can see how those the actors use several tools to produce it. And that means those kind of footage was not human power anymore.
Can you attribute this to a Chinese information campaign against Taiwan during the recall elections?
What we can prove is those mini clips was produced by Chinese AI tools, but we can't make sure it was conducted by China.
That was Mary Ma and Summer Chen from FactLink. You can watch the full episode at TaiwanPlus.com or our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching Here's What Happened. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today, check out these weapon systems developed by Taiwan at the Taipei Aerospace and Defense Technology Exhibition. I'm Ethan. Take care, and I'll see you next time.